From the basement of La Penta, this is WICR.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Sports Vault. Jersey Joe and Big Shot Rob rolling along. And let's be honest, Rob, this is kind of a first for us. I don't think we've ever talked boxing. We've been doing this for a while now. We've talked a lot of sports, have never talked boxing. Obviously, Rob, the headline this weekend, the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight. Let me ask you, because this is what I've been telling people. I think this might be one of the last meaningful fights we might ever see in our lifetime. So for me, this is a can't-miss event. What about you?
Yeah, this is the biggest fight I've ever seen, and boxing really hasn't been at its high. Mayweather's really controlled it over the last years, and I really hope there's going to be a great fight. I mean, it's supposed to be a really great fight, but I consider it just like the movie Grudge match. It's the battle of the old men, so I mean, I would have liked to see them in their prime fight each other, not 37 years old, but I still expect something big. Pacquiao all day, though.
Pacquiao, well, here's the thing. I don't know enough about boxing to kind of have a really good I mean, whenever we come on the show, Robin, we know our stuff. So when we're telling you who we think's going to win, that's who we really think. But I don't know because I don't know the sport. I want Pacquiao to win bad because Mayweather, he's just not a good guy. But it seems like everyone you hear from says it's going to be Mayweather, and that's the sad thing. It's like, I think my dad was saying the other day, and he made a great analogy. It's kind of like that movie with De Niro and, was it Stallone, where they're like old boxers?
Yeah, Grudge match.
Match. He said it's kind of like that, and I think that's a great analogy. It's not them fighting in their prime, which we should have seen. It's still going to be fun to watch, but let me ask you that. Since they're both not in their prime, is this the definitive match that settles that question that we've all been asking? Basically, it's been, is it Pacquiao or is it Mayweather? Who's the best of the best? Can we definitively settle it based on the fact that they're both not in their prime right now?
I think so because they definitely trained really hard for this one, and you know I want to open up on this point. Going back to Floyd Mayweather, Joe, I've never really standed this guy. I've really disliked him all the time, and I kind of watched a news report to understand about his life growing up, and it kind of hit me and my father because me and my father really haven't liked Mayweather. He's a great fighter, but haven't liked the personality, and I really think this is going to be a great fight. You really got to know the boxer this time around, and these guys, they're going to give us something special, no doubt about it. You definitely have to tune in. I know it's really expensive, this fight, but we got to tune in for this. These guys both really trained hard. You know, we had Pacquiao with his job when he left boxing to do his job with the government, and now coming back, I'm expecting big things.
I am too, and look, like we keep saying, I haven't been excited. I think that's the big thing that makes people maybe a little hesitant is the price tag of this fight. But I would imagine most people are probably going to go somewhere and watch it.
Yeah.
Where are you going to watch it, Rob?
Well, to be honest, I don't know if I might go to watch it. I might have another plan, but
okay.
If I do, I gotta see what my uncle is doing, but not sure yet.
It's interesting because I think that's the question. A lot of people are trying to say, look, Saturday is just one of those days in sports. There was an article I read the other day where it might be a historic day, and it kind of is. I mean, if you think about it, you've got the NFL draft, you've got the Kentucky Derby, you've got obviously the fight, you've got NBA playoffs, you've got NHL playoffs, you've got MLB baseball, and early in the day as kind of like the appetizer, you have soccer. So literally, if you wake up, you sit on your couch and you pull the blinds down, you get your good food, you really don't have to go anywhere for a long time. But it really is. But Rob, let me ask you, if you had to pick, there's only one thing you could watch that Saturday. You've got all the options I just said to you. What's the one can't-miss thing you've got to be there for?
To be honest with you, the NHL playoffs, I'm sorry.
Wow, okay.
The hockey playoffs are the best. You know it. The regular season is fun, but especially last year when you and your dad took me to the first playoff game.
Oh my God!
Now I have to watch playoff hockey because it's just so exciting when guys hit each other, the goals being scored, everything is amazing.
It's funny like that you say that because I've been thinking so much about when we went last year, and obviously for people who know, Big Shot Rob and I and Pistol Pete, we were all there for the Flyers and the Rangers last year during the Stanley Cup playoffs, and just I think as a fan, you just want to hear the noise. You want to be in the building for the sights and the sounds of a meaningful playoff games and just that environment and the intensity of it. It's really a magical thing to see how passionate people are about it, especially when a goal is scored, the way people go crazy. It's really unmatched, and when you combine that with the sights, the sounds, the speed of hockey, there's nothing better. And look, Rob, you and I don't follow the NHL regular season as closely as some other things, but when it comes to the NHL playoffs, there's really, for me, it's unmatched.
Oh, most definitely. It's a totally different environment. And I could say from going there last year, when that first person scores that goal, that whole it's all about the fan experience, actually, with hockey games. Hockey games great, but I feel like when you're connected with the fans, there's so much there at the playoff games, and I love it. You see the guys growing out their beards. They're going to shave it after they win the Stanley Cup, but these guys want it. You see the best going after each other. You see top seeds go down, and this year especially, the New York Rangers will be back in the Stanley Cup. Yes, you know what? I shouldn't be saying that.
After last night, tough one.
After giving up a goal with 3 seconds left, where I don't know what the defense is doing, but we will be in the Stanley Cup again. Don't worry. I shouldn't say we, actually, because I'm not on the Rangers.
You could be on the Rangers, big shot, Rob, sniping goals from the blue line, maybe.
I'm puck boy.
There you go. Well, I'm a little worried. My dad was saying this morning too, where they play a really early game on Saturday. I think it's like at 12:30, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's kind of weird. I'm with you. I picked them to get it to the Stanley Cup, but I don't know. That's an important game, and being the time that it is, it's kind of strange. Right now, though, Rob, I have Blackhawks Rangers in the Stanley Cup. As we kind of wind down, we got a couple things, so we'll break a little early today. Who's in your final for the Stanley Cup?
I have Rangers, and I'm gonna go with either the Flames or the Blackhawks. Don't quote me yet on that one. Either Flames or Blackhawks.
I think that's interesting, the Flames. The Flames are one of those teams that haven't gotten as much love during the Stanley Cup playoffs, but they've taken care of business, certainly. And like the Blackhawks and the Flames take care of business, Big Shot Rob and I always take care of business. Everyone, it is a historic weekend in sports. We're going to break a little bit early, but I know everyone will enjoy this spectacular extravaganza we have, just as we will. But everyone, enjoy. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back same time, same place next week.